I do recall Mame seemed troubled.
Maybe you got the TC purge.
She's at the maid cafe, Sunfish Pocket in Akiba. We should ask her heart. Mame ran into terror. I'm sure of it.
Genocide.
Mommy is still sleeping.
I think we gave her too much. We needed pewter.
Anyway, that's Somnium.
Those final words are thought-provoking.
nirvanA. Collected. Genocide.
Something to do with the nirvanA initiative?
Probably.
Bunch of people who watched it have gone missing.
Rumors say that the missing people are being rounded up in one location. And they're all getting murdered.
So the rumors were true.
Ryuki, you've got a call.
From who?
Pick up and find out.
Aiba?
Quiet. Stop yelling. This is an emergency.
What is it?
Kizuna Chieda. She's gone missing.
What?
No.
Ryuki, you can provide invaluable assistance. Will you look for Kizuna?
Well, yeah. Of course.
Understood. Good luck.
Kizuna.
Missing?
It was her idea to have a video night at the cafe.
Maybe Kizuna saw the video and...
nirvanA. Collected. Genocide.
Ryuki, you look more drained than a bathtub. Are you okay?
Yeah.
Were you able to get some sleep?
No, not really. But it's fine. This is nothing.
If you say so. We need to make sure Kizuna has a Merry Christmas.
That's 10 months from now.
If I knew, I would have told you already. Needless to say, Kizuna's phone isn't any help. We asked her friends too, but none of them know where she is. Well, it was Richie who first reported her missing. It was late and Kizuna wasn't home yet, so he called the police. He thought she might have been kidnapped for ransom, but that doesn't seem to be the case. So far, it doesn't look like the culprit has tried to contact the family at all. Sorry, but I really don't have anything useful for you. None of this is adding up. We want to discover Terror's identity, how they chose their victims, why they cut them in half. What is going on inside the head of a serial killer like that? I'd have a better chance of guessing what's going on inside the head of a teenager.
Are you talking about your daughter?
Yeah, she didn't come home last night. I was able to get a hold of her, so I know she's safe, but she worries me. She doesn't even seem to realize it.
Maybe she got that from you.
No, that can't be it. Because she's... adopted. Kizuna disappeared after watching the video, right? I've heard the stories about people going missing after watching some video. It could mean that she's with the other people that disappeared.
Rumors say that the missing people are being rounded up in one location. And they're all getting murdered.
I think it's safe to say that the QR video has to do with our terror. After all, the QR video that linked there was found on Jin's body. That connects terror to the disappearances.
Meaning, if we find where Kizuna and the others disappeared to, we might be able to find terror as well.
In any case, you have one goal. Find Kizuna, no matter what. Finding her should be a breakthrough in the HB case.
Right, but where do we even look?
We need to turn over every stone.
Ryuki, Tama, good luck.
Roger that.
Let's go.
Maybe Kizuna is bait.
Terror is trying to bait us.
Mr. Date?
Ryuki.
Hey, why are you looking at each other like that? Wait, are you two...
Well,
Don't get the wrong idea. Ryuki and I just have a very intimate relationship.
So it is like that!
No, I don't mean sexually. I mean physically.
That's like the same thing.
Well, not exactly the same.
You're looking for the girl, right? Same here. We've been searching since last night, but...
I don't think she's around here.
Yeah.
So, Aiba's back in action.
Yeah, she just came back. Oh, I miss you, Date. I need you, Date. You should have heard her. Ow! Watch it!
Looks like you guys are the same as ever.
I'm happy Iva's back too.
Now, where's this coming from? I can't say anything yet.
Wait, you know who Terror is?
I'll tell you once I can confirm it. But there's something you need to do first.
You're here to steal the offering money, aren't you?
Yep. Just gotta get some fishing line and gun. And... of course I'm not! You need to find Kizuna. You can worry about Terror later.
Yeah, I know she went missing. I got a call late last night from Kizzy's dad. He said she wasn't home and asked if I knew where she was. So I've been looking for her.
Mizuki, can I have a moment?
Huh?
Well, I was wondering if you knew what Mr. Date thinks of me.
What he thinks of you?
Yeah. Has he said anything about me?
Well, he did say you're reliable and a valuable part of the team.
I see.
Is now the best time to be asking me this? Shouldn't you be more focused on...
I know. Sorry.
Good question. Are you stalking me?
Hell no, brat. I was looking for Kizuna and ran into you.
No point staying here any longer.
Yeah. Let's split up and keep searching.
Ryuki, when you find Kizuna, let me know.
Understood.
Good. Let's go.
Now, Ryuki, we should...
On it.
Worried about money?
The police are still investigating.
Komeji's body was found 2 days ago. It hasn't been that long.
You're really annoying, Ryuki. Don't you think people are getting bored of this?
Yo, my name is Kagami. Nice to meet ya.
Kagami, 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 Kagami. Hey, social distancing! It's Kagami! Kizuna?
It's this girl.
I haven't seen her.
I see.
Isn't there anything? Anything that connects to the culprit? My name is Kagami. Should I slow it down a little? My name is Kagami.
How would we know? But I'm sure that Nai's ideology has to do with the HB case. I'm a veteran detective. My instincts are usually right about stuff like this. Yeah, I heard. The daughter of Riichi Chieda has been kidnapped.
We don't know if it's a kidnapping.
Either way, I can't help you with that. I don't know her and I don't know her whereabouts. Sorry. You should try somewhere else. So many questions. Why was Komeji killed? What is Terra thinking?
If I knew that, this would be easy.
Have you seen this girl?
Nah, I haven't. Sorry, I can't be more help.
No leads.
Ryuki, you can't let it get to you. Kizuna is out there somewhere, and she needs our help.
Yeah, you're right. We have to find her. Leon, do you know that Kizuna's gone missing?
Of course I do! I was with her right before she vanished! I came here with Kizzy once, and so I thought, maybe. I went everywhere I could think of. I've been looking everywhere. I can't sleep. But I left the store with Kizzy just past 9. I wanted to take her home, but she told me she'd just take a taxi. And a couple hours later, around 11, I got a call from Kizzy's dad, Mr. Chieda. Kizuna isn't back yet. Is she with you? When I heard that, my stomach dropped. My mind went blank. My head was spinning. I told him we split up earlier that night, and hung up. That's when I started looking for her. I also asked 2 people to help me look. One is my good friend Date. The other is a former coworker, Quartz. I told them the situation. Kizzy is missing. Please, help me find her! Kizzy! Kizzy! Where did you go? If only I'd walked her back home. Yeah, we watched some trending videos on ViewCube. And there was this one video related to the HB case. I told them we shouldn't watch it. But girls in high school have minds of their own, you know? Damn it. Where did you go, Kizzy? Anyway, I'm not giving up. I'm gonna find her, even if it costs me my life. You guys don't give up either.
We should go. I don't think there are any hints here.
Yeah, you're right.
This is where Chikara's right half was. This location is related to the HB case, so there might be some clues. That's what I was thinking anyway. But...
There's nothing here. Too bad. Let's go somewhere else. Ryuki!
I'm not licking it!
Hey, Ryuki. Can you eat some chalk?
Your demands are getting worse all the time. Kizuna. I guess she wouldn't have come here.
Oh,
it's a hottie. A hottie? Wow.
Special, become a trainer. Ryuki, can you pick that up later?
No, it's cool. You don't have to say it. You want to touch these two big girls I've been growing.
No! I wasn't thinking that!
Oh, fine. Just for a bit, okay? I'll take them out.
Oh.
Tachibana oranges! I grew them in my backyard. Wanna feel?
No thanks. I'm okay.
Ugh, ew. It's a nasty bug.
Don't let it bug you. Your laugh hurts me.
I'm not in the mood for it today. If only you asked 2 days ago.
Yellow spotted neck turtles, winning, winning.
Cash on me, like I hit the lottery. I'm in a relationship with all my bitches, yeah.
Excuse me. I'm looking for a girl named Kizuna Chieda.
Kizuna?
It's this girl. Have you seen her?
No, I haven't.
Darn.
Shame we didn't get anything useful here. Ryuki.
I know. Let's go somewhere else. Please, tell me what's going on. Do you know this woman?
She was collapsed in a nearby park. She seemed completely out of it. I wanted to call her an ambulance, but she refused. She wouldn't even let me take her to a hospital, so I brought her here. She said it was her chronic illness acting up.
A chronic illness?
She was born with a weak heart, and she mentioned something else. She said something about coming into contact with strong electricity, and that made her symptoms worse. I have no idea what she meant. She was mumbling to herself. She hasn't come back since last night. She said she was going to look for a friend.
I'm guessing it was Kizuna?
Yes, probably. Is that why you're here?
Yes.
I'm sorry. I have no idea where she could be.
I see.
After coming here, she injected herself with some kind of medicine she had. It seemed to have helped a little. She asked if she could rest here a bit. And that's the last thing she said before she fell asleep.
She slept with her mask on.
I tried taking it off, but it wouldn't budge. It seems like it's glued on. I'm not sure. I just happened to be walking by. Are you okay? I'll call an ambulance.
Stop! Don't
local hospital. Please.
Okay. Fine. I live nearby. Let me take you there. Hold on a second. Can't you see she's sick?
Psych.
There's a throwback. Ryuki, how old are you?
There's no response. It's just the corpse.
No, she's not. Her heart rate is normal.
I need to find her.
What?
Where is the execution chamber?
Execution chamber?
What is she talking about? Wait, could she be? No, there's no way. Ryuki, now's not the time to be heading on a cougar.
Right. We need to find Kizuna. Wait, I didn't hit on her.
Let's get going.
No one here.
Yeah.
Anyway, no point in staying here.
Let's get a move on.
Looks like no one is here.
Didn't you see the sign out front?
What sign?
Closed for the day?
I guess that means Ota is out.
Probably.
Where did he go?
I have no idea. Either way, we can't be wasting time here.
Right. We need to find Kizuna. Oh, Ota, there you are. Have you heard?
About Kizuna, right? I've been looking for her since last night. All I can see is blood.
You mean your eyes are bloodshot?
Yes, that's what I meant. But I couldn't find Kizuna anywhere. I thought that Mame might know where Kizzy is. I tried calling and messaging her on Nile, but I couldn't get a hold of her. So I came here. I thought I could find her here.
Doesn't look like she is, though.
Nope. It was a little past 11 last night. I got a call from Kizzy's dad. He asked me if I knew where she was, because she wasn't home yet. I talked to all the mermaids. I asked them if they knew where Kizzy went, but I didn't get any answers. None of them knew. Anyway, I'm gonna get out there and keep looking.
What about your food?
Ryuki, do you think that little of me? I put my friends above everything else. I can't be wasting time sitting around eating omelet rice.
But you were just eating a second ago.
Anyway, gotta get going. Ryuki, good luck with your search.
There he goes.
Who cares? Anyway, we should go too.
Yeah.
Oh, Kizuna, where have you gone? Oh, Kizuna. Please come back safe. I'll do anything for you to come home safely. I'll pay anything. Please, bring her back in one piece. The curfew at her house is 7 p.m. If she has permission, she's allowed to stay out till 9 p.m. That was the case yesterday. She told me she was going to eat dinner with a friend and that she'd be back by 9. But by 10 p.m. she still hadn't returned. I was worried, so I called her again and again. I heard the line ringing, but no answer. After another hour or so, I had an awful feeling. I decided to call all of Kizuna's friends.
How did you know their contact info?
Kizuna's address book was on the family's shared cloud. Anyway, I called and asked where Kizuna was, but none of them knew. And the friend she was eating dinner with said the last time he saw her was 9. There has to be something going on. That's why I called the police. You're Ryuki, right? Of the Metro Police?
Yeah.
Then please, my daughter. Find my daughter no matter what.
We have it under control. Please calm down. I'll find her. I promise you.
Okay. Thank you.
Kizzy's gone missing?
You know Kizuna?
Of course I do. She's the best friend of my future wife.
Future wife?
Does he mean Iris? That's pretty delusional.
Anyway, this is a huge deal. We should get the group together and look for her.
Thank you.
Yeah, I got this.
What? Kizuna's missing?
You didn't get a call?
No, nobody told me. Kizuna, why? I understand. I'll help too. I'll look for Kizuna too.
What about your place?
I can't be worrying about that now. Amame's best friend is missing. I need to find her no matter what it takes. I'm gonna get going.
Huh, there he goes. The restaurant is empty. Is it okay to just leave it like this?
I checked the register with X-Ray. There's barely any cash in there. Electronic payment is the way to go nowadays.
Is that right?
Anyway, we should...
Get going. Yeah.
I think I see the picture. This Kizuna girl is missing.
I know about you. All about you.
Huh? Did I just say something? I'm sorry, but I don't have any information for you.
Well, can you ask... your balls?
You sure, Ryuki?
Oh, sure thing. Let's get started. Oh, balls, overflowing with wisdom. Who is Ryuki's favorite person? Mama, of course. I mean, Thomas Ball. Balls.
What?
That was a joke, honey.
That was supposed to be funny?
Okay, seriously this time. Oh, magnificent, mighty balls, please find someone for me. Kizuna Chieda. Where is she?
She is beyond my vision. She is being hidden by some unknown power.
Oh, I'm so much more tired than usual. So, how was it? Did that help?
No, not really.
Oh, I'm sorry I couldn't help.
No, you don't have to apologize.
Anyway, we need to find that girl. I'll use my connections to see if I can find any leads.
Thank you. If you find anything, let me know.
You got it.
Hello. Are you a researcher here? I'm Kuruto Ryuki, from the Metropolitan Police Department.
Right, you were here 4 days ago. I remember.
I wanted to ask you some questions.
Momoka, it's okay. I'll clean up the keyboard.
Momoka.
You don't have to think about that. It's irrelevant.
Schedule management is really tough.
But outside of some dire circumstance, we can't stop our research.
Isn't Mr. Horadori getting killed a dire circumstance?
Well, no, not to our investors. They're the ones paying for all this research. I already told the other detectives, but we don't have any information that could help the investigation. Well, I doubt this is relevant, but rumors were going around about the director being a bit of a pervert.
A pervert?
Didn't he seem that way to you? He was a very suspicious character.
I agree, 100%.
Yes, I know her. She's the daughter of Riichi Chieda, a big stakeholder in this facility. What about her? Oh, that's awful.
Do you happen to know where she is?
I'm sorry, I don't know. I don't know her personally or anything.
Do you know of any hidden rooms in this building?
Hidden rooms? What do you mean?
Maybe a secret room that no one knows about.
That's quite the paradox. How could I tell you about a room no one knows about? And if it's a secret, I wouldn't be able to simply tell you, would I?
Ryuki, let's hold off on the hidden room.
But if Kizuna was in there...
True, we can't say for sure that she isn't there. But we're taking a lot of time looking for some hidden room that might not even exist. We should focus our attention somewhere else. At least for now.
Yeah, okay.
No one here.
Looks like it.
Ryuki, why did we come here?
Kizuna's disappearance is related to the video. That video was based on Bats 490, created by Nyes. So I thought we might find a hint here. Look.
It's Tokiko's hologram.
Why did it suddenly appear?
It must play automatically when it detects a visitor.
Welcome. I apologize, but I am currently unavailable. In my absence, would you like to hear me speak about one of these 3 themes? Chakra, Mandela Effect, Birthday. Please select one. Upon selection, I will elucidate the theme. This will be a lengthy explanation, if that is quite all right with you. Let me begin. I will ask a few questions. When President Kennedy was assassinated, was he in a 4-seater car? King Tut's golden mask, was it just a cobra perched on the forehead? Do you remember learning in school that the solar system is located on the edge of the galaxy? Did you learn that the heart is located on the left side of the chest? On passenger planes, are the engines completely tucked beneath the wings? On Shakespeare's portrait, he wasn't wearing earrings, was he? Do you remember a certain human-cyborg relations robot character from a famous space opera being gold all over? These are all false, untrue. Kennedy was in a 6-seater. There is a vulture along with a cobra on the golden mask. Our solar system is not at the edge of the Milky Way. but nestled within it. Our hearts are nearer to the center of our chests. Passenger plane engines are often installed in front of, not entirely underneath, the wings. Shakespeare has an earring. The golden robot's lower right leg is actually silver. These inconsistencies in memory and misremembered facts are known as the Mandela Effect. South Africa's former president, Nelson Mandela, passed away in 2013. But many people claim to remember that he died in the 1980s. This was how the name Mandela Effect came to be. But why do these inconsistencies occur? Or more intriguingly, are they really false memories? Is it possible memory is more correct than history? This world is only a simulation, and that fact makes such a thing possible. This is what we, Nyes, believe. The Mandela Effect is an example of the seams that appear when the world is updated. In other words, bugs. The creator had to add these changes for some reason. But this caused inconsistencies between memories and actual history. This is how we explain the discrepancy. And lastly, where is the Statue of Liberty located? Liberty Island or Ellis Island? In this world, it is Ellis Island. There is no Liberty Island in New York Bay. Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday, dear Tokiko. Happy birthday to me.
Why did she start singing?
Oh, right. It's Tokiko's birthday today.
Still. Chakra is a concept from Hinduism and esoteric Buddhism. They are points in the body where energy flows in and out. But the energy we are most concerned with is information energy. In other words, data itself. Imagine the concept thusly. Our bodies, which are mere images, input and output data in the form of chakra. There are 7 chakras along the center of the body. Counting from the bottom, the first is located at the base of the spine, or perineum. The second, the sacral chakra, is just below the belly button. The third is located on the solar plexus. The fourth in the center of the chest. 5, 6, and 7 are on the throat, between the brows, and on top of the head, respectively. Imagine a hypothetical situation in which a body is bisected down the middle. What will happen to the chakras? Chakras are points. By definition, a point cannot be reduced further. It cannot be severed from itself. So the chakras will remain, tethered between the left and right sides of the body. Like a string. A very strong string that cannot be cut. No matter how far apart the two sides drift.
Allow me to tell you something important, though you may already know. Kizuna has been taken by terror.
Ryuki, what are you thinking about?
About Kizuna, of course.
Liar. You're thinking about something else.
It's almost like you can read my mind.
No, that function was deleted about a month ago. Something about protecting the privacy of sinkers. So, as of now, I can't read your mind. I don't know what you're thinking. I don't know what's causing you pain. The one thing I do know is that you're taking on way too much, Ryuki. There's no way you can handle all of this by yourself. And you know it, don't you? You put up a front. You pretend like you can handle it, and it doesn't bother you. And you end up overexerting yourself. Why do you keep bottling it up inside? This isn't something you should take on by yourself. None of this is your fault. You did nothing wrong. It's the world that's wrong.
There it is.
What?
You're too kind, Tama.
You want me to choke you?
I guess that would make things easier.
Hey, Ryuki. What are you hiding?
If I told you, you would probably hate me.
That's not true. I already hate you.
What do you hate about me?
You're thick-headed. You're not honest with your feelings. You're an awful liar. You can't handle my sex jokes. And you're human. But it's okay. Even though I hate you, no matter what, I will always. Ryuki, it's a call. Why, if it isn't your dearest Date?
Mr. Date?
I'm connecting him.
Hey, Ryuki. Where are you now?
I'm in the car. Metro Expressway 2. A little past the Shirogane Pay Station.
Perfect. That's close.
Close?
You're close to the Tsujima mansion near Azabu.
Tsujima? The former politician guy?
Yeah, I got a tip. They said a suspicious man in an iron mask is at the Tsujima residence.
An iron mask? Terror.
I'm in the northern part of the city. It's gonna take me a while to get there. So Ryuki, can you get there first?
Yes, understood.
Don't do anything stupid. Hold your position until I get there.
Tama, the Tsujima residence, right away.
I'm on it. Look, Ryuki!
No way. Iris? Iris, are you okay?
Her breathing and pulse are normal. She has a bruise on her head, but otherwise she's okay. Nothing life-threatening.
So Tsujima, you!
Ah, another guest.
Guest?
No, I suppose that's not right. I can't call someone who barged onto my property a guest. Who are you?
I'm Kuruto Ryuki, Abyss Special Agent.
Abyss? That tracks. None of you seem to have any manners. Terror?
The culprit of the HB case. The man with the iron mask.
I've never heard of him.
Ryuki, I X-ray scanned the whole area. But there's no one.
I didn't lay a finger on her. She slipped and fell. I'm guessing she hit her head on that stone. I haven't any idea. Perhaps she came to steal my koi. It's a nishikigoi. They can fetch a fortune. You should let her rest. You can leave her here. I'll have my maids take care of her.
Absolutely not! I'm not gonna leave her here!
Suit yourself. And expect to be charged with breaking and entering.
Do it! I don't care! What's wrong, Iris?
I died, right?
Huh?
Is this car a hearse?
No.
It's so long, though.
Not all long cars are hearses.
Then where am I?
You're in a limousine.
Lima what?
Limousine.
Like the capital of Peru?
Not a limousine.
Wow, this is super cool! I've never been in a limousine before.
And now she's full of energy.
It might have been better if she stayed asleep.
The back of my head hurts a little, but I'm okay. See? I'm bouncing right back. Bouncy, bouncy! Olympic-class metal roller bendy springy bouncy!
Ariuki, can you put her in a Romero special?
Maybe later.
I told you I met Mr. Sejima a few times before, right? Well, he told me, when you need help, just let me know. So I went to him to see if he could help me search for Kizzy. He might not be a politician anymore, but he should still have power and influence, right? He's a big player in the deep throat of the political world.
I think she means deep state.
I thought he could use some of that power to help us. Mr. Sejima could get a bunch of different organizations to help find Kizzy. That's what I thought anyway. Terror? HB case?
Yes, the man wearing an iron mask.
What? He was Terror?
So you saw him?
Yeah. When I went into the garden, he was talking to Mr. Sejima. It seemed like a pretty serious conversation. I didn't want to interrupt. I hid behind some bushes and waited for the opportune moment.
Is that when you called Mr. Date?
Yeah. I thought that if they saw me, I'd be in big trouble. I wanted him to come help me.
I already contacted Date and told him about what happened. I also told him we have Iris with us.
Got it. Did you happen to overhear what they were talking about?
Hmm?
What Sejima and Terror were talking about? Did you catch any of it?
Well...
Well?
I can't remember. I remember contacting Mr. Date, but nothing after that. I don't even know how I hit my head.
I checked her brainwaves. I don't think she's lying. She might have a concussion. That would cause short-term memory loss.
No. Not when we're so close.
But it's not really like she lost her memory. She just can't remember.
You mean...
So, who are you, really?
I am Terror. You've heard of me, haven't you?
Ah, the primary suspect of the half-body case. Playing these games with your victims before killing them. How lowly. Is that what you're doing here? Going to toy with me before slicing me in half?
You mean that killing trash? I just wanted to talk.
Hmm?
You see, I have a favor I need to ask you. You should be getting some guests soon. And I want you to tell them the execution chamber is.
Who's there? Eavesdropping?
So that's how Iris hit her head. And why she doesn't remember what they were talking about. What is it?
Execution chamber. That's what Terror said, right?
Yeah.
Maybe Kizuna is there. No, I'm sure of it. She must be there.
Even if she is, what can we do? We won't get any more info from Winksync.
We should confront Sosajima himself.
He has left his mansion in a car. He's heading north on the Tohoku motorway, and fast. I don't know where he's going, but it's gonna be a hassle to catch up to him.
Then we have no choice. Only one option left.
Meaning?
You know what I mean. We need to go deeper into Iris's mind, using a regular sync.
What was Terror doing at Sajima's place?
So far, we have no idea. But if we find out what they were talking about... Of course, that being said, our priority is to find Kizuna.
So we need to find out where this execution chamber is, yeah?
That's right.
Ryuki, we're ready to go. I'm sure you already know this, but the time limit inside Somnium is...
6 minutes. I know.
All right, let's get started. Let the sinking begin.
No, not there. Come out from there.
What are you trying to make me do?
I'm just saying come out from there. So come out.
And I'm asking you why. What's the point?
It pumps me up. I need you to do it, so do it.
Okay, geez. I'll do it.
Found ya! Oh, this is an invasive species that destroys the ecosystem. There's a whole hidden world down here you don't see until you've drained the pond.
Ryuki...
There must be other dangerous organisms in this pond.
Ryuki, seriously!
Good evening, good morning, and hello! This will be a brand new series. I'm starting a new game today. The game I'll be playing is... Kusamon Go!
Kusei... What?
She's talking about that geolocation game for your phone that's been out a few years now. You look for monsters and items and special locations. You play the game by walking, basically.
I won't let you pass.
It's so.
That's the leader of the mansion. We're gonna defeat him in battle.
If you want to uncover the secret of this mansion, you will need to defeat the 2 assassins, and then me.
That's pretty out of character.
We need to defeat the leader and uncover the secret of the mansion. But in order to battle, we need to gather 3 Kusamon. We gotta catch 3 by walking around.
Is this some kind of joke?
To recreate Iris's memory, we're gonna have to go with the flow here. I guess we start by gathering 3 Kusamon.
But before that, Somnium scan, activate.
Okay, first we need to go to different Kusamon points. By going to the Kusamon points, we should be able to find some Kusamon. That's what the wiki said, at least. Let's go to the first Kusamon point.
If the wiki says it, I guess it's true.
Alright, let's get those Kusamon and charge the mansion!
Okay, let's inspect that first Kusamon point.
Okay then.
This?
Yay! We're at our first Kusamon point!
This is it.
So how do you get the Kusamon?
Digging?
What, are they buried in there?
Let's pamper this Kusamon so we can catch it!
Pamper?
Butter them up and treat them nice, I guess.
It's an honor to speak to you!
This is that forensics guy.
Yeah, the inspector.
Got it. Leave it to me.
Kagami, join the team! Kagami is just a normal inspector.
I wonder if he's strong.
I don't think he's that strong.
Oh, they joined us.
We got the first Kusamon! Let's go for a second one!
Looks like that strategy worked.
I guess it did. We just need 2 more.
This seems pretty easy. Let's do it.
Hello there.
It's Mama from Marble.
If I had to guess, I'd say her defense is pretty high.
Macho muscles. And not just any muscles, the good stuff. I'm all in.
Troubled times call for macho muscles. That's what Mr. Date used to say.
I wonder if macho muscles got him out of a bind once or something.
Mama joined the team! Mama has tons of off-the-record information. Amazing!
And that translates to good stats somehow?
I guess her skills are good for this kind of thing.
What do you want from me?
It's Boss.
She's gotta be strong.
I'm not short on cash.
Oh, right. You do go to host clubs all the time.
We need to bribe her with fancier stuff than cash.
Yes, we can't treat her like a normal person.
Exactly. Boss is out there. Her head's in outer space.
Ryuki, do you want me to send you to outer space? What do you want from me? I like my Dom P poured by a host. No point getting it from you.
What does that mean? Hosts serve her?
No, the host gifts Boss with fine alcohol, and she pays for it later. That's how they do it.
Sounds like she's getting the short end of that stick.
Have you forgotten I can hear you? What do you want from me? Okay. Lick my boots. No, you should be saying, as you wish, master.
Say it, Tama.
As you wish, master.
Good girl. Make sure you practice being a chair, too.
Boss, join the team! Boss has dirt on some major big shots out there.
Jeez. Even in this game, Boss is terrifying.
I can hear you.
All right. Got all three.
Yes! Now we can battle!
Where do we go for that?
Iris wanted to fight the mansion leader, so maybe we should go to the entrance?
All right. Let's charge the mansion.
Ryuki, you have 5 minutes remaining.
Do you require my intellect?
Man, who says that?
Well, this game is just in Iris's head.
I understand. I'm sure I'll be of use.
Wow, he's confident.
Well, he did make me and the sync machine, so he's pretty smart.
Pewter, join the team! Pewter is really smart.
He can fight like only smart people can.
Like me.
Oh, duh. This isn't something you can pick up.
We can't pick it up.
I should have seen that coming.
All right, we got 3 Kusamon. Let's go to the mansion to battle.
Defeat the first assassin.
this really how he acted?
Well, this is Iris's Somnium.
Guess we need to defeat this one first. Our first battle begins!
Alright, let's do this.
Right. So, should we fight this?
Start the battle!
Let's go!
I'm getting a bit nervous.
Open the battlefield!
Oh, looks good.
Now bring it on!
The red assassin appeared! Choose a Kusamon to fight!
Go! Boss!
Choose a skill that might be most effective.
I see. This is another feature.
It's not just about leveling up and punching them.
It might be working! Or maybe not!
Is it effective or not?
It's not effective.
Which is it?
It's somewhat effective!
Exactly.
Defeated the red assassin! It's the blue assassin! Oh no! It has no effect!
Why?
Was that not the right attack?
The green assassin! Beat it if we win! Boss! Choose a Kusamon to fight!
Go! Mama!
Defeated the green assassin!
We did it!
That was easy.
Yay! First victory!
What do we need to do next?
The best part of these mansion battles is coming up! The Fusuma door opening ceremony! Let's go!
I guess we're opening one of those sliding doors.
Let's open it.
So, who are you, really? Ah, the primary suspect of the half-body case. Playing these games with your victims before killing them. How lowly. Is that what you're doing here? Going to toy with me before slicing me in half? Hmm?
That was a continuation of Iris's wink sync.
Not much of it, though. Tara was talking about So's love child.
What happened next?
If we continue the fight, Iris might recover more of her memory.
So, you've defeated the first assassin.
Oh? Who's next?
It is I.
Huh? What?
Who would have expected this? It's the mansion leader! What happened to the second assassin?
If we defeat him, it's over. Let's do it.
That's anticlimactic.
Can we defeat the final boss?
Let's get this over with.
We'll think of a new strategy.
Got it.
So Sejima's weakness. People like him don't show their weaknesses.
Weakness! That's it, Ryuki! Someone who knows So's weakness. Boss!
That's right. She has to have some dirt on him.
4 minutes remaining.
Let's get this over with.
It's the battle with the leader of the mansion! I'm getting nervous.
It's just beating up an old man. What could be nerve-wracking about that?
You don't have enough lives.
This guy definitely isn't like this in real life. I almost feel sorry for him.
Alright, here I go! Open the battlefield! It's the mansion leader! In the flesh! Choose a Kusamon to fight!
Go! Boss!
This is a crazy one!
Ugh, I don't care if it's crazy. Did the attack work or not?
It must have worked.
Defeated the mansion leader! We did it! Boy, he was strong! We got to see his true power!
He did definitely come across as a final boss.
The real So Sejima was a real boss.
Now let's go do the Fusuma door opening ceremony!
Will this help us get more of Iris's memory back?
It should. Let's open the sliding door.
She said that if she was allowed to keep the baby, she wouldn't cause any trouble.
The baby was taken in by a facility called Iowa.
So she sent the child away. She probably realized she couldn't raise it alone.
She couldn't raise it. Because
We saw more of the memory.
But they're still missing pieces.
Okay, we defeated the mansion leader, but we still have some time. So maybe we can look for another mansion.
This isn't a memory. This is reality.
I wouldn't call anything happening in a dream world reality, but Tara's here right now.
Let's go! Look at him, standing there all smug like, this isn't over yet. So he is the true mansion leader. This is so exciting!
If we defeat him, we should be able to see more of the memory.
He looks tough.
Bring it on! I'll crush him.
Tama, are you starting to enjoy this?
This is the final boss battle!
This is most likely the last battle. Let's think this through.
Sure, but what can we do?
This isn't good.
We need to get stronger Kusamon and charge him head on.
Strength is power.
If we have any weak Kusamon, let's switch them out.
Got it.
You have 3 minutes left. Get it together, Ryuki.
Oh! The power of the 3 Kusamon are combining!
All right. We can keep going.
I wonder if there are more Kusamon ahead.
It's worth looking around.
What do you need?
Mr. Date, if he's with us, we won't have to worry about a thing.
Hey, I found this crusty old magazine near the pond earlier.
I don't believe it. That magazine has the power to shine light on this dark world.
What are you gonna do with that, Mr. Date?
The landscape past the forest. The secret flower garden. The divinities of this world. Let's see them together.
So profound. I want to see Mr. Date. I want to see.
Date joined the team! Date solved many difficult cases. He's a highly skilled and reliable detective.
Really?
I mean, his methods aside, he did solve the case.
Yes, technically he did.
I think I'm missing something here.
I'm the super high-tech cutie AI, Iva.
She's Mr. Date's AI ball.
She's what I am to you, Ryuki.
I am an AI, not superhuman.
I said superhuman-like. That implies that your abilities are greater than human. So I'm right.
I see. But I still object to the framing of your request. So I cannot accept it.
Fucking AIs, man.
You're an AI?
I'm the super high-tech cutie AI. Are you trying to start a fight? I'm way cuter than a shrimp.
Sorry, but I'm cuter. And sexier.
Why, you... I will have you know, I am beloved by all mankind.
Hey, AIs, stop fighting.
I'm this... Justice. Please define it.
What a pain.
I'm not very good at being convincing.
I'm this... Yay! It's the abnormally long-necked Trachelismus tenuissimus.
Iva joined the team! Iva is capable of making high-speed calculations that confuse enemies. That's so cool!
Guess she really does like bugs.
What even is this thing?
A beetle with a long neck.
You know what it is? I'm surprised the Iva and Iris's head reacted to that.
It was popular on ViewCube for a little bit. The Tricholismus Tenuissimus Dance Challenge. Good thing I watched it.
What the hell kind of dance is that?
Another mystery.
Ryuki, less than 2 minutes left. Be careful.
This is the final boss
Let's go! This will be the last battle of the day, guys.
Tama, you okay?
I'm gonna pound him until he can't get it up anymore.
Don't you mean until he can't get up anymore?
Open the battlefield! What's this sign? It's not on the wiki. Choose a Kusamon to fight.
Go! Iva!
It might be working! Or maybe not! It might be working! Or maybe not! We beat it! Huh?
We did it!
Wait, it's not over yet.
Huh?
Second form! Very final bossy.
This guy's got some moves.
Tama, don't let your guard down.
I won't.
It might be working!
Go! Latte!
Kumakura. Oh, we don't do that.
You have less than a minute left. Hurry!
Sakazuki.
Oh my god!
It is the...
Yeah.
This is the fun...
What's this guy?
There must be...
the rest of the memory.
Let's go.
30 seconds left.
I'm going to open it.
Okay.
Because she died.
Died?
That's right.
So, what do you want me to do? You want me to burn some incense in front of her grave? Then why are you here? What is it you're trying to do?
It's already done. You see, I have a favor I need to ask you. You should be getting some guests soon. And I want you to tell them the execution chamber is in the abyss of 9 X's.
What are you talking about?
You don't need to know. Goodbye.
The abyss of 9 X's.
Let's think about it later. We need to get out of here. Fast!
Got it!